Now, most of the descriptions I've seen of the ARM Institute, highlight its work around robotics and artificial intelligence. So, can you clarify, is the ARM Institute's focus on AI specific to how AI is applied to robotic capabilities, or is it further reaching into AI in general?
Yeah, it's a great question. And of course, AI is a very, very broad topic, and there's no borderlines. There's
Yeah.
intelligence for machines, there's chat to GPT, and there, of course, an intersection across these various types of AI. But we are a manufacturing institute, and so our focus is advancing the intelligence and the autonomy of machines, of robots,
Mhm.
and of automated systems. But within that, there's certainly a broad aspects of AI that we developed, but very specifically focusing on increasing the capability of machines to do things that they couldn't do before. And very importantly, a lot of the AI that we work on is finding ways that machines can work collaboratively with human beings in a safe and an intelligent way. And that's really, our vision of the future is that machines and people are working together, robots and people are working together, each each taking advantage of the unique attributes that they have. And we really believe, and that's our official vision, is that this is the way that our country is going to remain competitive and produce the world's greatest products. So we are focusing just on the intelligence of the robots. We're not in the world of chat GPT. We're not in the world of AI for medicine. We are manufacturing institutes, and I expect that similar across all the institutes, that their focus with AI, which is increasingly becoming part of all of our lives, is going to be focused on how do we make manufacturing stronger and more competitive.
So, can you share some insights into the key resources that manufacturers should be accessing from the ARM Institute?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, I'll put them in the three categories of my three legs of my three-legged stool for the
Hmm.
institute as I look at it. So let's talk first about technology. So as I said, we form these teams and we bring in government money and we fill gaps in technology that need to be filled. If you're joining the institute and you're interested in technology, there's a few benefits that you get. First of all, as I talked about before, you get access to government money in a very focused, coherent way that might be a little difficult if you were trying to do a project for the DoD. But
Hmm.
we are basically convening this kind of DoD funding into specific projects and forming teams to do that. So you get to participate on these teams that you couldn't otherwise participate. The second thing at the ARM Institute, and the IP model is not the same, the intellectual property model is not the same across all institutes, but in the ARM Institute, every member shares access to that IP, and it's for free in pre-competitive space. So that's on both the academic side and the technology side. So at this point, we have about 200 gigabytes of intellectual property that has been formed by the ARM Institute through its projects. And all members get access to that for free in a pre-competitive space. Now, if they're going to execute that and use it commercially and make money on it, they have to pay a license fee to the team that developed it, but the team has to give a license. So there's this massive amount of intellectual property in the key gap areas in robotics and automation, increasingly AI, that industry can actually access by being part of a member. The other aspect they get from an academic side is they get access similarly to all of our academic programming and training and modules and other types of outcomes and outputs that have come from the Institute. And then the final thing that they get is the convening. So they are part of this club, if you will. They're part of this consortium. We just finished our annual meeting last week. We had close to, you know, 350 or so people there across the Institute. It's a 3-day gathering, and the benefit to them is not only listening to what's going on in ARM, but they get to meet and greet and network with and talk to not only all kinds of members, but people in the government as well, from the NIST, Navy, Army, Air Force. The government sends a lot of representatives. We have webinars, we have councils, and we do road mapping together, working together in a pre-competitive space to understand and agree on what are the most critical areas that have to be served. All of this convening, this networking, for many of our members, that's why they're there.